Good morning. Our lecture today is an introduction to public finance. What's meant by public finance? And what we are going to study during this course. Let's start with public finance. What's meant public finance? Public finance is the study of the role of the government in the economy. It's a branch of economics that assesses government revenue, and government expenditure. So it's mainly concerned with government revenue and government expenditure and how to change or allocate any one of them in order to achieve a desired objective. So mainly any government would like to raise government revenue through different activities. Government revenue means government income. As this income or this revenue will be used to spend on different government expenditure. And this is mainly public finance. Any government has to do obligatory functions and optional functions. With respect to the obligatory, just like defense, peace, security, all of them are considered to be obligatory. What about the optional one? Optional one related to education. The government had the authority to decide whether to invest in education or to leave it to the private sector. So this is an optional one. Also, hospitals, establishment of hospitals, public parks, etc. So all of these are considered to be optional functions. The government, in order to perform all these functions, whether optional or obligatory one, in an efficient way, they need funds. So public finance is the study of the principles underlying the spending and raising of the funds by public authority. Public finance is considered as a science as well as art. It's a science because we study it in various principles, problems, policies, etc. These problems and policies are going to be concerned with spending and raising of funds. So many would like to know how to collect taxes or what are the different types of taxes that can be collected by the government and what are the different activities that the government can spend on? What about art? It's art on how to adopt principles and policies to solve the financial problems of the government. So it's considered to be a combination. First, we would like to learn or to know the basic concepts or policies, problems, principles, and then how to use these policies and the principles to solve the financial problems, and this is the art. So the main scope of public finance generally includes four different types of activities. Number one, public revenues. Government revenues can be collected from tax and non-tax revenues. So we would like to know what are the different types of public revenues, whether tax or non-tax revenue. Number two, public expenditure or public spending. There are different types of public expenditure. For example, education, investment in education, in health, security, pension fund. Number three, public debt. Public debt means borrowing. The government is going to borrow fund. This fund can be borrowed from the public or from any other country. The government is going to borrow fund to meet its obligations. So if the revenue collected from tax and non-tax revenues is less than government expenditure, so this gap can be satisfied by borrowing money. And finally, number four is related to financial administration. And in this part, we have to know how the government controls its financial operations. What are the different legislations that can be used in order to control the financial problems? So these are the main four scopes of public finance. What are the objectives of public finance? Number one, price stabilization. This is one of the main objectives of any country. And it's one of the main objectives for any policy, whether monetary policy or fiscal policy, any policy. Okay. Number two, equitable distribution of wealth. Number 3, satisfaction of needs. Number 4, allocation of resources. Number 5, provision of full employment. And finally, number 6, maintaining favorable balance of payments. So these are the 6 main objectives of public finance. So the government is going to generate its income through the collection of taxes and any other fees, and direct this money income to achieve these 6 main objectives through investing money or spending money in public goods and services. What are the main topics that we are going to study during this course? First, we have to know the economic systems. And this will be the rest of our lecture for today. Number 2, efficiency. Number 3, public goods. Number 4, externalities. Number 5, taxes. So mainly we are going to talk about efficiency, and due to inefficiency in allocation of resources, we may face public goods or externalities. They are considered to be problems that should be solved later on. So we have to talk about each one of them in details. And then how to finance government spending. It will be through taxes. Maybe later on we are going to talk about public debt in details. So now let's move to our first topic, which is economic systems.